again, air elementals because they're great. No. I'm an idiot. Hello everybody, this is Big Daddy Rocker Gamer, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 4. When last we left off, Elwin was sentenced to exile in the middle of nowhere, and that's exactly where we are, in the middle of nowhere. And my job is to construct the Mirror of True Love. I'm sure I will get some clues underways. I knew Mirilass expected me to escape. He would have someone watching for me, but I couldn't stay here and do nothing. I was alone, except for Sheriff's Falcon, Breeze. But I had learned a few things during my recent adventures. Perhaps I could get away without them seeing me. I had to try. Shortly after I fled the glen, I realized I was being followed. I caught a glimpse of a red flag, similar to Mirilass's brilliant standard. I tried to lose them, but these were well-trained rangers. The next day, I sensed they were near and would soon close in for the kill, so I panicked. I rode as fast as I could until my horse grew tired and nearly collapsed. I stopped only because I didn't want to kill the beast, and waited for my killers. Within the hour, 5 elven rangers stepped out of the woods, arrows notched. They were Mirilass's men. I saw their faces and knew they were going to kill me. Nothing I could say would change their minds, so I turned my back and prayed they would make it quick. I heard the angry growls, and by the time I turned back around, the rangers were all dead, mauled by a pack of angry white tigers. The largest of the bunch, a female, approached me slowly and sniffed the air. "You bear the mark of one of our kind," said the tigress. Slowly, I reached into one of my bags and pulled out a strip of purple cloth smelling of tiger urine. "My name is Elwin," I said. The tigers looked at one another. "We know the name. We caught the smell of the mark some time ago and followed. We have watched you for weeks now, and almost offered you our help, but we were not sure you needed it." "Yes, I have great need of the white tigers. A man is trying to steal away the woman I love." "Why doesn't your mate just eat him?" asked the tigress. "Because she doesn't know he is false. Will you help me?" The tigress answered for them all. "We do not understand, but we will help you, elven elf. We owe you much." And so I have 8 white tigers and a couple of wolves. So, yeah. Let's see here. What's the biggest thing I can summon? Oh, yeah. Elementals. And some more elementals. Let's see here, my tigers go up and attack. Have him, Elwin, take up some space. Oh, they're after the tigers. That's no good. There we are. Tigers are really good. They're like the nomads with first strike and everything, except that they're good. Nomads have high damage, not so much else. But the tigers, they have high health, high strength, high damage. They're amazing. Nah, let's just grab this here too. Oh, I have my own. I have my own earth elemental. Okay, fine. I'll summon an additional set. I should move the tigers back here. Like that. And we grab the boots of travel. And we learn quicksand, which we already knew, but you can never know too many quicksands, right? And here we go. Oh. Ah, well. I guess air elementals is the way to go. They're after my tigers. That's no good. Okay, let's get some more air elementals. That was a mistake knocking down the wall. If I had left the wall, I'd probably have all my tigers still. And all my wolves. But here we are. They're all dying. Whack. No, 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 no. Misclick. All my tigers dead. Okay, let's get some fire elementals up too. And some water elementals, because why not? Yeah. And apparently there we go. Well, that's a lot of casualties. That's no good. A letter arrived today, tied to the foot of a raven. My falcon, Breeze, almost killed it when it soared out of the sky and landed on my shoulder. I opened the letter, glanced at it, and realized it was anonymous. Hurry, Elwin. By the time you receive this letter, Shara will have married Lord Harke. Just days after you left, they announced their engagement and their mutual intention to be wed as quickly as possible. Shara seems happy, but I wonder if this is true. I see a woman whose emotions have changed too completely and too quickly. It can only be some kind of enchantment. A love potion, perhaps. I beg you to hurry, but do not rush to Aranon before you're prepared. All will be lost if you do not make the proper preparations. So I will give you this last piece of advice. In your studies, if you can remember them, you learned about the mirror of true love. I believe this is the one device that will remove whatever charm Harke has placed on young Shara. Craft the mirror, Elwin, then return home. I think my heart stopped beating while I read those words. It couldn't be. This wasn't fair. Nope. Things very rarely are. Now, what do I get here? Oh man. Do I want the tigers or do I want the elven archers? I actually don't know what I want here. Because both are so good. It's kind of sad, but tier 2 of nature is stacked with good choices. The first material needed to create the mirror of true love is called cloud silver, a rare alloy created by powerful alchemists. So you come to this lonely home seeking the help of the learned man within. The alchemist is an elderly man who needs a cane to walk. You explain why you must have some cloud silver, and although the alchemist doesn't have any on hand, he says he can construct some. I would appreciate it. Perhaps I could do something for you someday, you say. Well, the old man says, now that you mention it, I'm not as nimble as I used to be. I have an important experiment that I've been putting off because I am missing some of the materials. If you can retrieve them for me, I will make the cloud silver you need before you return. You agree and ask the man what he needs. I need 4 specific potions: mirth, quickness, resistance, and endurance. Bring them to me and you shall have your cloud silver. Not only that, but I can guide you to the home of a jeweler who knows the secret techniques of crafting cloud silver. Not just anybody can know that, you know. Alright, cool. So, let's go find ourselves an endurance potion. Okay, great. Perfect. Now, like that. And then we hide behind the pile. And we get some air elementals up too. Why air elementals? Because they're good. They're just good. Like that. And there we go. Hold on. Elwin, once he gets rolling with the summons, becomes unstoppable. Yeah, let's go down. And we'll have some... good job. Now, again, air elementals because they're great. No. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. And because I'm an idiot, all my sprites are dead. And there we go. Never underestimate Cyclops. They are very dangerous. They do a lot of damage, and yeah, you saw yourself what happened. So yeah, we're gonna go with Tiger Dance for no other reason than because it's the fitting thing to go with this round, and because I still have tigers in my party. I like tigers. Tigers are awesome. And it's not like I have a lack of firepower. All the sprites are dead. See, can 3? Yes, 3 wolves can take that. Run tigers. Run wolves. I should not do that. Wait. I have chaos magic. That means I have this. Haha. All my wolves are dead. Now, this only requires gold, so I will go down there as soon as I hit a level. And how close am I to level up? $21,000. Okay. Boom. Sprites. Now, Griffin's Citadel. So I'm just gonna get the Citadel right away. I'm gonna have Griffins this time. My life has become like a storm. Uncertain, chaotic, and dangerous. I can barely think at all, which is why it has taken me this long to write my letter to Shara. I want to hear in her own words that she has married Harke. Am I simply asking for more punishment? Maybe. I have no reason to believe that the anonymous letter was a lie. In fact, I suspect that the man who instructed me in the druidic arts, as well as gave me membership in the Elven court, might have written it, but Menathat is a solitary, eccentric man who only pays attention to his studies and the business of the Elder Council. Why would he involve himself in my troubles? So, I wrote my letter to Shara. Instead of my usual poetry, my words were to the point. I claimed I would return to Aranon soon, and asked why she had married Harke when just a short while ago she had proclaimed her eternal love to me in a remote forest pool beneath the gleaming light of the moon. I truly feared her response more than anything. Now, oh, would you look at that? I now have water elements growing in my army. Oh, my elements got turned blind. So, let's get some fire elements up then. No, my tigers! So, you know what? We're bringing in some of these elements. Would you look at that? My tigers died, but it looks like everything else will live. So, let's go arrowing. And there we go, all dead. Shame about the tigers, but at least I got a shield. Okay, let's go here first. And get some griffin cliffs. Now I need to focus on getting my cash flow going. I don't know where that is. It's north of here, but okay, cool. Another city. Let's go down and fight some minotaurs. Yeah. It's basically the same strategy all over again. So if you've seen me do it once already, you know how this is gonna pan out. I might need to re-summon some... No, wait a minute. I can do sparks. Nope, I cannot do sparks. What else do I have? What chaos spells do I have? Ugh. Yeah, okay, fine. One down. Minotaurs should be dead very soon. Like that. There we go. There we go, tavern up. Not because we need it, but because we want it. Some gold, more attack power. Wasp words. They're kind of dangerous. Okay, let's go. Hide behind Elwin. Hide behind the Earth Elemental. And get the fire elemental up too. All right. Alright, seems to have this under control. The wasp breaths, they're dangerous. Potion of resistance. Resistance. Let's go down here. And we get these guys up. No need for water elementals here. They do practically nothing, as you see. The fire elementals, they do physical damage, so they're well worth it. And air elementals to just, you know, attack stuff. There we go. And done. Yeah, Elwins powerhouse at this point. I don't see how he's going to lose. How close am I to level? 15,000 more. Okay. So 14,000. 13,000 something. Elwin gains a bunch of spell points. And here comes the hide behind the pile of okay, water elementals are still alive. No more water elementals, they're all dead. Now, there we go. Bye-bye. And there we go. Elven archers, they're pretty bad. Not bad unit, but bad as in they will make you suffer. Equestrian gloves, great. I think that was all the potions I needed. Unfortunately, I don't get fairy dragons. Yes, I greatly prefer the fairy dragons over anything else. The alchemist grunts as he lifts a clump of white metal to the table. Exhausted from the effort of forging it, he sits in a chair and dabs the sweat on his forehead. Here's your silver, cloud silver, my young friend. Do you have the potions? Yes, here they are, you say, placing them on the table. Then you ask, you said you could send me to a jeweler who could craft the mirror of true love. Yes, you'll find him far to the north. His house is a little out of the way, but I don't think you'll miss it. I must warn you though, he won't help you for free. Good luck. Oh well, nothing's ever free, is it? recruit creatures, and that's all I could muster. Okay, that sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, I have a bunch of yeah, I can go there and get some more wolves. It took me most of the day to summon the courage to read Shera's return letter. Dear Elwin, please forgive me, but I have come to realize that Lord Harke and I were meant to be together. We are soulmates. What you and I had, I think, was the naive love often referred to as puppy love. It meant nothing. Now that Harke is in my life, I know the real thing. Be happy for me, Elwin. I ask that you move on and find someone who can do for you what Harke has done for me. Someone who can fill the emptiness in your soul. You'll make some woman very happy someday. Meanwhile, I hope that we can still be friends. Good luck, Lady Shera Harke. I was still weeping the next morning when my second in command entered my tent. So, he basically got dumped by the medieval version of SMS dumping. And not only that, but she added insult to injury by saying we should still be friends. Yeah, no wonder that didn't go too well. So, as all men do when they can't cope with reality, we need to go find someone whose ass we can kick. And that ass kicking looks like it's gonna belong to the blue player. Now, see here, recruit creatures. Yeah, I'm not earning nearly enough gold to keep up with my soldier production here. Green player, it looks like. It's alright. See, terrain walk. Let's just do that. Ah, yes, of course. Oh, really? Oh, really? That should be the end of that. There we go. Some losses, but I guess it's inevitable. And yeah, sure. Oh yeah, I can't get tigers from all the other cities. I can only get it from my starting city. So, It's about time then that I... Ooh, creature portal. I can have to pay for that. That's sad. Oh well. I seldom sleep. Every time I close my eyes, I picture Shera and Harke, arm in arm. I imagine Shera plump with Harke's child. I see that they are happy. Yet I lie alone in my tent each night, hand clenched around the cold hilt of my dagger. Food, wine, even music gives me no pleasure these days. My only enjoyment is thinking of the moment when I meet Lord Harke again. I long for Harke's death, like I used to long for Shera's love. He's a bit of a mental dude, this guy, isn't he? Wee bit off the loop end. Now let's see, what quest do I have now? The jeweler turns out to be a skinny dwarf who never sits still. As you tell your story, the jeweler seems to be working on 3 different projects at once. Yes, you want me to shape the cloud silver into a frame for this mirror of true love you were talking about. Sure, I can do that, but working with cloud silver is a labor-intensive job. Are you willing to pay for my time? He says. Of course. Is it gold you want? No, gold. I have plenty of that stuff. When I'm running out of our gems, bring me 40 gems and I'll fashion the frame for you. 40 gems. I can do that. At least I thought I could. So, let's see what we can do. Hide behind the big pile of elementals. Just let the elements duke it out here. I do the same thing every time. It works. If it works, why change a winning formula? Right? No! No. You should not be able to aim for that. I have to adjust. All my friends are dead. Yeah, not that one. We'll do that. They can see me, I can see them. Go up and smack people. Like that. Good job. My summoned units are very useful. Now, how is this looking? Huh. How many? Not for here. So let's just start summoning in the elementals. You know how it goes by now. You've seen me do it a few times. Now that's unexpected. Actually, not really. More annoying. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Now, this is unforeseen. Oh. Did take some losses this time, but it could have been worse. That at least gives me some I can't say well deserved. Gems, but gives me a bunch of gems. Oh, gold mine. I desperately need that. Yeah, Elwins will crush this. And he really needs it. I don't get to build any of the fun stuff here. Come on. Back up. And send in the water elementals. I'm gonna take casualties here. But it is what it is. Smacking the enemy. A little bit around, summoning in some air elementals. There's too much elementals. I would go so far as to make a dad joke and say this is quite an elementary episode, isn't it? Oh yes it is. And that is exactly as bad as I thought it would sound. Now, let's do some And our doggos. And finally, all dead. It's a lot of elementals and some losses, but now should be able to, well, maybe not kickstart the economy, but at least get my economy somewhat up. Okay, let's get a conservatory of chaos. See what kind of fun spells I get there. Nope, don't care. $33. I need cash. Oh. Chaos magic and nature magic. Yeah, I know both of those. Caravan. Treetop Lodge. So. Why are these elves not willing to fight for me? Would have been so much better if it came to fight for me. I don't know what the binding liquid does, but apparently it doesn't do anything useful. And there we go. Hold that. Oh. Fairy dragons. Those are scary. I'd rather not fight them if... the strength of my army is that I can very fastly mobilize more in the sense of summons. But enemies like the fairy dragons can crush my summons faster than I can summon them. Ow. My poor air elementals. No. I plan to, as soon as the game lets me, to dismiss the earth elementals and maybe even the fire elementals and just let the air elementals remain. Or maybe I'll dismiss the air elementals and only leave the fire ones. And the reason for that is very simple. It's much faster to grow an army when you only have one type of unit that can grow each way. Currently, I have like 3 different elementals. So every round I get one elemental of one random type chosen among the 3 I can gain, and that means I don't get to accumulate a lot of elementals fast. We're gonna take basic conjuration. Just for the whoop of it. And I would love to have a creature portal too. And I should go down this way. Okay, I'm gonna take Elwin, and I'm going to take a quick trip back to the main town, pick up whatever spells is in there, and bring my army with me. And then I'm gonna go out and start exploring the unfound areas. And these guys will be dismissed. Now, I only have 2 types of elementals. And I have a suspicion I shall also go up and finish the quest and get the next stage of it, since I'm here. You were a little worried about the quality of work this busybody of a dwarf would be capable of, but when she shows you the ornate cloud silver frame, you are impressed. Now, look at it, I'm a little reluctant to give it up for just 40 gems, she says, but a deal is a deal. And I'm going to this hut down here now. Alright. Let's go in here. Recruit creatures. I'm going to... Actually, I'm going to do this and dismiss these guys. Now, every round I should gain 1 more fire elemental. Let's see if it holds up. And I am definitely getting griffins here, not more. Now, fairy dragons are a little bit of a conundrum here. Yeah. This is why fairy dragons are bad news. They're very dangerous. I'm going to bind my wounds, and I'm gonna send my tigers up here and get my tigers waxed. These things have a lot of hit points, a lot of defense, and they don't die easy. Wow. Oh! Ow! One fairy dragon down. I don't dare to do that. I should just heal. I should use something else than tigers to soak up damage with. Ah, more poor tigers. I should use these guys to soak up damage with. And now wolves coming in. Ah, good job. 12 tigers lost, that's a lot of tigers. On the other hand, emerald longbow. Elven chain. The emerald longbow increases my ranged attack by a crazy amount. Now how many of you? 6. I should be able to take it. Right? See, now it's 4. There were 3 last round. Good job. Ow. Very painful. Ow. I'm just gonna chug the potion of healing here. No. Okay, one down. Oh, this is dangerous. Oh man. Jeez, fairy dragons are scary to fight. No range penalties with this one. That could be very useful for my elves and my fire elementals, but I have very few of them right now. Okay, fine. I don't know why I have to fight tigers. Why do I have to fight tigers? I shouldn't have to fight tigers. Tigers are my friends. No losses, I think. No, one tiger. Yeah, let's go check out this. Back and forth. Good job, tigers. I lost the tiger. Damn it. Oh well. Now, you know what? I think this is a good place to stop this episode. Next time I will be continuing into this mess of an area and see what else I can find out. But in the meantime, this is Big Daddy Rocker Gamer, and I'll see you guys next time.